Yo, Lionel, we got the signal back. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Gerald Phiri is a Malawian international footballer who plays for Vets. He was signed in 2015 from Caps United in Zimbabwe. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the one and only Gerald Phiri. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, always, man. It's good to have you here.
Yeah.
And you're
it's
looking
a
fresh
pleasure.
at the same time.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. But take us back. Where did the love of football start?
I can see the love of football started from my dad. My dad used to play football, so I think it's just in our DNA. My dad, me, plus his family used to play football. His brothers, so it's just in the DNA.
Of all professional careers, why did you choose to go with football?
No, I think it's something that chooses you. You don't choose it, because my dad used to play football, so I think it's in the DNA. It's in the family DNA. So I think I got it from my dad. And then, I went with it, and I started playing football from a young age.
When choosing football, did you go with the sense of pleasing your dad, or you went because you love the game?
No, as I grew up, I started loving the game more and more. And after that, with school, it was difficult because I had to do school and then play football. But then after school, after high school, that's when I started playing football on a daily basis.
When did you make your professional debut?
When I was 17, and a couple of days actually.
As a junior who is following your father's footsteps, don't you have that pressure of trying to accomplish something that your father did as well?
Nah, not at all. Obviously, the comparisons are there that my father was better or I'm better, but I feel like I can do my own legacy. My dad has his own legacy. I can have my own legacy. And then I think like if I do my own thing and my dad did his own thing, then we're two different people. It's just a coincidence that we both play football, but I feel like I need to do my own thing. My dad did his own thing, so I feel like I just have to do my own thing.
Of all countries, why did you choose to make your first move to Zimbabwe?
No, I thought it was a stepping stone for me, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and then I can go on and on. But it was actually a good step for me. It helped me develop my football. I got my first national team call-up while I was playing in Zimbabwe, so it actually helped me to develop as a player.
Let's talk about the move you made from Caps United to Vets. Why did you choose Vets? I'm sure there were other teams that were really interested in you.
Yeah, there were, but I had a chat with my agent and he felt my development would still go further with Gavin Hunt coaching me, and I thought as well that I think this is a great choice. I'm making the right decision. And then I came here for trials for 2 weeks, which was pretty hectic because it was pre-season. I wasn't used to the weather. When I came here, it was in winter and it was very cold. It was difficult for me, but then I managed. I ended up being signed, and I'm still here playing for Vits.
Can you describe Gavin Hunt for me?
Well, he's your friend, but he's not your friend, in a sense, because today he'll be smiling at you.
Yeah.
You know, when you do something, he'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
But when you don't do something right, he doesn't appreciate it. You know, he's a coach, man. He wants everything done right, and he pushes you a lot, and it's something that a player has to do. He has to push. He has to do it for his teammates. He has to do it for himself. So he's a very, very good coach. I'm happy to be coached by him. Yeah.
I mean, like Bidvest Vets is a team that is, has nice players that have been around for quite a while, like Dane Clate and the likes of Belembe. Don't you feel intimidated at some point, like, yo, these guys, they're really good?
Nah, if all of us are at Vits, that means we're all good. There's no need to be intimidated. People play in different positions. People have the strengths, the weaknesses. So I feel like it's just a matter of getting used to each other, knowing each other. That's how you build a team, by knowing each other, being able to speak to each other. And they're great guys because they've played in the PSL for a long time. They've got the experience. They tell you what to do, what not to do, how to make it in life.
You were signed last season, but we didn't see any of your actions in the PSL last season. What happened?
Yeah, that's true. My dad has got a South African origin. That's his mom. So they were trying to get me a South African passport. so that I can play here. But then there were complications out of my hand, so hopefully this season I might play.
I mean, you didn't play for quite a long time, like the whole season. Didn't that affect your game?
Obviously, it affected my game, but then there's nothing I can do. I've got to push harder, work hard in training, even though I know I'm not going to play. I mean, it's my life to play football, so I just have to push, and then everything will fall in place.
You've played football in 3 countries. Like, where do you think you really enjoyed football?
No, I enjoyed my football in Malawi. I haven't played here yet, so I can't say much, but I enjoyed my football in Malawi because I was at home. When I don't play well, I'd go to my dad, he would help me out. But then in Zimbabwe, it was difficult for me because if I didn't play well, no one had to guide me, so I just had to push myself. But I feel like in Malawi, where I was starting my football, that's where I enjoyed my football the most.
So what should we expect of you, like, this coming season? We've seen the Vets has made a few signings, and you are coming in as a South African-based player, right?
Yeah.
What should we expect from you?
No, not a lot. I'm still the same player. I think I'll do my talking on the field of play, because the moment you talk a lot and you go in the field, you don't perform, people be like, no, he talks a lot. So I think I should do my talking on the field of play.
Oh, that's interesting. But then what if, like, in the process of playing for Vets and you get a nice offer from overseas, would you consider it?
Yeah, I'd consider it. I mean, everyone wants to play overseas, but at the moment, my concentration is helping Vets. But if an offer came through, that would be great. But I think I have to concentrate with Vets first, and then we can see what happens in the near future.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, with football, you don't know. In 5 years' time, I might be somewhere around the world. I might be in China, I might be Japan. You never know. So I just wait for football to take me somewhere, man.
Now let's talk about the national team side. Recently, we've seen Malawi really underperforming. As I know Malawi used to be a national team that would really perform and play with big guns of Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
What is wrong now? Why are we changing coaches like this? Why are we performing the way we're performing now?
No, I think it's because, you see, with people that don't want to see, they don't want change. That's the problem with a lot of people. But I feel like the current coach is developing a team for the future. But with Malawians, we want a result on the spot. We don't think about rebuilding. But I think the coach was trying to rebuild, and it didn't work out. Results didn't go away. So we wouldn't say we're performing bad. We'd play well, but you know, in football, it's all about results. But I think the coach was trying to rebuild something. He was trying to build a team for the future, not just for the next year or 2 years. So I think it went wrong, but then you can't blame him. He had a vision for it. And I was part of that team. It didn't work out, so we'll see what's next.
Yo, man, we lost the signal.
Sorry, man, we have to cut it short. We've lost signal. Thanks for coming, though. Cheers.